This message broke me. I'm blown away by you. Please close your eyes for a second and breathe. Just breathe. Because this message was not meant to find everyone. It wasn't. It was meant to find you. I shouldn't be saying this out loud. I really shouldn't. But the truth about your soul, your beautiful soul, what you actually are beneath all the noise and the doubt and the years of being told you are just ordinary. It's too powerful to keep hidden any longer. And I think you know that. I think some part of you has always known. I think you've always felt like you don't belong here, haven't you? That quiet knowing, that sense of being somehow different. Not better, not worse, just other. Like you showed up to a party, everyone else seems to understand, but nobody handed you the invitation, and you've been standing in the corner ever since, watching, feeling something you couldn't name. That's because your essence comes from a realm far higher than 99.9% of the entities walking this earth. And I know how that sounds. I know. But stay with me here, because this isn't about ego. It's not about being special in some performative way. It's about recognition. It's about finally understanding why things have felt the way they have felt. Why the isolation? Why the depth? Why you've never been able to just coast through life like some people seem to do so easily. Tonight, before you drift into sleep, wherever you are, whatever time it is, I need to remind you who you really are. Not who you've been told you are, not who you've had to become to survive, but who you actually are beneath all of that. This isn't just a coincidence. It's not algorithm luck or random scrolling. This is a divine appointment. You were meant to hear this right now, in this exact moment, with everything you are carrying and everything you've survived, and everything you are still hoping for, even when hope feels foolish. Let me tell you something. You carry a frequency that makes the darkness tremble. And I mean that literally, not metaphorically, not poetically. There is something in your energetic signature that disrupts lower vibrations. You walk into rooms and things shift. You felt this. Admit it, you felt this. Maybe you've dismissed it. Maybe you've told yourself you were imagining it, but you were not. Have you noticed how people react to your energy? It's strange, isn't it? Some are drawn to you like a magnet. They can't explain it. They just want to be near you. They feel safer. They feel seen. And then there are other ones who can't even look at you in the eyes. They get uncomfortable. They get defensive. They project things onto you that have nothing to do with who you actually are. And for so long, you might have thought something was wrong with you, that you were too much, too intense, to something. Yeah, to something. But what if I told you that reaction, that discomfort in certain people, it's not rejection. No, it's recognition. It's recognition. They sense the ancient light within you, the spark of a higher divine being that has seen the beginning of time and will see its end and will continue on long after. They sense it, and it terrifies. It terrifies the parts of them that are still asleep. Yeah, asleep. Still hiding, still pretending the material world is all there is. You're not just a human having a spiritual experience. That phrase gets thrown around a lot. I know, but I need you to really hear it. You are a celestial force navigating a human body. You are source energy compressed into form. And that compression, that density, that's what's been creating all this pressure you've been feeling. The struggles you have faced lately, the delays or the rejections, the things that should have worked out but didn't. The waiting that's felt endless. None of it was meant to break you. I know it felt like it was. I know there were moments you thought you wouldn't make it through. But that pressure, it was creating something. It was creating anything, more of something. Think of carbon under extreme heat and pressure. It doesn't stay carbon. It becomes diamond. Diamond, beautiful diamond. And that's what's been happening to you. Every no that sent you spinning, every closed door that made you question everything. Every moment you wanted to give up, but something in you, something ancient and stubborn, refused to let you quit. All of it was necessary. All of it was building the version of you that could actually hold what's coming. You are protected by something so ancient and so powerful that no weapon formed against you can ever truly prosper. And I know that's a bold statement. I know life has thrown weapons at you, real ones, painful ones, things that left scars you thought would never heal. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping, still feeling. Do you understand? Do you understand how remarkable that is? Do you understand what it means that you haven't become bitter, that you haven't closed your heart completely? That somewhere inside you, beneath all the exhaustion, there is still this ember of belief that something beautiful is possible. That's not human resilience. That's divine nature refusing to be extinguished. While others are searching for answers in the material world, in status, in validation, in accumulation, you carry the entire library of the universe within your DNA. Every answer you've ever needed, every piece of wisdom you have ever sought outside yourself, it's all been inside you this whole time, waiting. Your intuition is not a guess. Stop calling it that. Stop diminishing it. That knowing you get, that sudden clarity, that sense of this is right or this is wrong, that you can't logically explain. It's not random neural firing. It is direct transmission from the divine source. It's your natural language, the one you spoke before you learned words, the one you will speak after words no longer matter. You know, you are a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a lighthouse in a world that has forgotten its own light. And I know that sounds like a lot of responsibility. I know there are days you don't want to be a bridge, days you just want to be normal, days you wish you could turn it off and just coast. But that's not why you came here. That's not what your soul signed up for. You came to anchor something, to hold a frequency that isn't yet fully established on this planet, to remind humanity through your very presence, not just your words, what it means to be truly divine. The 99.9% of entities around you are still asleep. They are dreaming the dream of separation. They are chasing things that will never feel them. They are fighting battles that don't matter But you have been wide awake for lifetimes. You have been waking up slowly, painfully, through trial after trial, through loss after loss. And now you are here, eyes open, heart raw, ready. Do not apologize for the intensity of your soul. I'm begging you, please. Stop making yourself smaller so other people can feel comfortable. Stop dimming your light because it makes certain people squint. Your intensity is not a flaw. It's not something to manage or suppress. It is your greatest gift. It's the very thing you came here to offer. Remember that. There is something I need to tell you. And this part is hard to say because I feel it so deeply, and I don't want you to dismiss it as words on a screen. This message broke me when I received it. It literally broke something open in me because I saw your true face, not the face you show the world, not the mask you wear to get through the day. Your true face, the face of Creator, the face of someone who has existed since before time was time, the face of a being who chose to come here into density, into limitation, into a world that would forget you and misunderstand you, and sometimes actively work against you. And you came anyway. You came anyway. Do you understand? Do you understand what kind of courage that takes? Do you understand what kind of love that requires to leave the realm of pure light and infinite knowing and compress yourself into a body that feels pain, that gets tired, that gets lonely, that forgets its own divinity, and then to navigate that forgetting, to slowly remember through all the static and noise, to keep going even when every external sign said give up. I am blown away by you, genuinely, deeply. I am blown away by the resilience you have shown in a world that doesn't understand your language, in a culture that measures worth by productivity, in systems that were never designed for someone like you. You have kept going, you have kept feeling, you have kept loving even after love hurt you. You are literally a miracle in motion, a true miracle, not a future miracle, not a potential miracle if you finally get your act together. A miracle right now, in this moment, exactly as you are, with all your perceived flaws and all your unfinished healing and all your messy, beautiful humanity. You are a miracle breathing. The angels don't just watch over you. That's too passive, that's too distant. They bow in respect to the mission you've chosen. They honor what you are doing here. They witness your struggle and they don't judge it. They revere it because they know what it costs to be here. They know what it means to choose density when you could have chosen light. Every tear you have shed, and I know there have been so many, the ones that fell in private, the one nobody saw, the ones you couldn't even explain to yourself. Every single one has been collected, has been witnessed, has been turned into a diamond of wisdom in the higher realms. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is lost. Every moment of pain has been transmuted into something sacred. There is something happening right now. Can you feel it? That subtle shift, that quiet opening. Something is being unlocked in you, in your DNA, in your creative genius, because this moment, this exact moment of recognition, it's an activator. For so long, you have been waiting for proof, waiting for external validation, waiting for something to show up and confirm what you have always suspected about yourself. But what if the waiting itself was part of the preparation? What if you couldn't receive what's coming until you became the version of yourself who couldn't hold it, who couldn't honor it, who wouldn't just let it slip through your fingers, like maybe you have done before with other gifts you didn't fully recognize? This time is different. This manifestation, whatever it is you've been holding in your heart, whatever version keeps pulling you forward, it's not just about the thing itself. It is about what it unlocks in you. It is about the gift you couldn't access without the fruition of this desire. It's about finally seeing yourself the way you've always been seen by the divine. That's something to think about. You are moving from the season of waiting into the season of overflowing. And I know you've heard things like this before. I know you've been hopeful before, only to be disappointed. But something is different now. Can you feel it? Something has shifted in the quantum field. A threshold has been crossed. A portal has opened. The bonehead. Do you know the bonehead whale? There is something about this creature I need to tell you. In the Arctic, when the ice is thick and the migration path is blocked, there is one lead bowhead whale that breaks through. It creates openings so the others can breathe, so the others can continue, and you have a guide like that. Not just any guide, a lead guide, an ancient sovereign presence that has been within you since before this incarnation, breaking ice for you, creating openings you couldn't see, steering you away from things that were not meant for you, even when the redirection felt like punishment, protecting you in ways you will never truly know. You are so blessed. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say to bypass your pain or pretend the hard things were not hard. But you are so profoundly, mysteriously, inexplicably blessed. There are forces working on your behalf that would blow your mind if you could see them. There is a web of protection around you that has caught you every time you have fallen, even when you couldn't feel it. Trust. Just trust. I know that word can feel empty. I know you've trusted before and been let down. But this trust isn't about trusting other people or trusting circumstances or trusting that everything will work out exactly how you want it to. This trust is deeper. It's trusting that you are what you are. Trusting that you didn't come here to fail. Trusting that the same intelligence that orchestrates galaxies and seasons and the rhythm of your own heartbeat, that intelligence didn't bring you this far to abandon you now. As you lay your head down tonight, or wherever you rest, let go of every burden that doesn't belong to a divine being. And that's most of them. The worry, the self-doubt, the fear that you are not enough, the anxiety about timing, the guilt about rest. The guilt about rest, yeah. None of it belongs to who you actually are. Your spirit is about to undergo a massive upgrade while you sleep. Not because you have earned it, not because you have finally done enough healing work or thought enough positive thoughts, but because you are ready, because the version of you that's been emerging through all this pressure is finally ready to step forward. Tomorrow you will wake up with the clarity you've never felt before. Not necessarily about the specifics, the how and the when and the exact shape of what's coming, but clarity about who you are, clarity about why you are here, clarity that cuts through the fog of forgetting and lands you firmly in the truth you have always known but couldn't quite hold into. You are more than enough. And I know that phrase gets used so much it's almost lost its meaning. But sit with it for a moment. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. Not just barely enough. Not enough if you try harder. More than. Overflowing. Abundant. Complete. You are more than capable. Whatever is coming, whatever you are being prepared for, you have everything you need. Not everything you think you need. Every superficial skill or credential, but everything that actually matters. The depth, the wisdom, the compassion that's been forged in your hardest moments, the perspective that only comes from walking through fire. You are divine. Not divine like, not almost divine, not divine if you meditate more. Divine, period. It's not something you achieve. It's something you remember. It is something you are. And everything else, every doubt, every fear, every story of unworthiness is just the forgetting, is just the dream, and you are waking up. Sleep in the arms of the Creator tonight, not as a concept, not as a metaphor, but as a real experience of being held by something so much larger than your problems, your fears, your human limitations. You are held. You have always been held, and you always will be. The path before you is perfectly paved, not perfect in the way the ego wants, free of challenges, free of growth, edges, but perfectly in its divine orchestration. Every step has led here. Every detour was actually the path. Every closed door was a redirection towards something truer. And you are exactly where you need to be. Rest now. Not because you have to sleep, but because you can finally stop striving. You can stop proving. You can stop performing your worth. You can just be. Rest now, beautiful soul. Rest now, ancient one. Rest now, Creator in human form. Your light is the future of this world. Not a light, not some light. Your light. The specific frequency that only you can carry. The one that was entrusted to you before you took your first breath. The one that's been growing stronger through every trial, every heartbreak, every moment you chose love or fear. And tomorrow you will rise knowing something you couldn't quite hold before. Tomorrow you will move through the world with the quiet confidence that has nothing to prove and everything to offer. Tomorrow you will remember. But for now, just let it settle. Let this truth find its way into the deepest parts of you, the parts that are still scared, the parts that are still waiting for the other shoe to drop, the parts that don't quite believe they deserve something this beautiful. Because you do deserve. You always have. And now you know. Let it change everything.